For here, it'll make some variable time diff. Set this to here. When the timer is not running, time diff will equal 0. If the timer is running, then time diff will equal the last time that was the current time minus the time that we started the timer on. So now I'm going to try building this. Oh, there's an error. This does not make this super easy to read. Undefined reference to Spark. So Pebble might not support sprintf exactly. There's string cat, string compare, string copy, string length, string cat, string compare. Okay. Format. That's probably here we go. So they call it snprintf. Okay, and it forces us to have a maximum size. So that's nice. So that helps prevent overflow. So where's my snprintf and add 256 because that's the size I made this buffer. All right. Great. So that looks like that fixed it. So it looks like that Pebble actually is missing some of the standard Linux calls or standard seek functions. So I'll have to get used to the subset that they're using. I actually like this time and time milliseconds. I think it's a little simpler than the normal clock call, and it makes more sense anyway. So well, let's give this a try. R192. So I'm going to run this install. See what happens. Alright, so the app just came up on my phone. I pressed if I press down, it works. If I press up, it works. If I press the middle button, it does not work. So it looks like this text layer may not support setting these dynamic strings. So let's take a look back into the API reference and see what I'm doing wrong. So clearly drawing text is a little more complicated than this text layer.setText. I see. So presumably, or I guess I don't, I was expecting to see a text primitive here. So fonts. Graphics draw text. No. Well, any case, let's see what this draw text does. So it needs this context. Do I have something like that right now? I do not. So this looks pretty different than the code that was already specified in here. I suppose this text layer actually could be the context. So I should probably look for an example of this. Having looked briefly at this SDK before, how I understand that this text layer works is that instead of being able to sort of dynamically generate these messages on the fly, this text layer can only set the text it's displaying to set static strings. So let's here we are. So there was another example somewhere that actually had the had this call more like what I'm actually trying to do. So let's see. So okay, here's the draw text. So this so this context is provided by a callback. I see. I could have seen that over here. So let's go to the function that I'm editing. I have a context, so I'm going to just copy and paste. Let's see. So does this example have multiple layers? Huh. I see. So this basically just says to draw somewhere on the screen. I see, and this provides a specific layer. Ah. Well, let's give this a shot anyway. So I'm not sure how this is supposed to figure out which layer it's being drawn on. I'm guessing that this actually won't work. So I'll have to figure out exactly how it decides when to update these layers, but well, let's give it a shot to see if also if there's a version of draw text that actually specifies the okay, well anyway, so graphics, drawing text, draw text. Yeah, I guess there's no way to do this on a specific layer as part of this call. So the question then is basically instead of wanting to do this drawing as part of the callback for the button press, I'm just going to want to set the time difference in this. Just make this global. Okay. And I'll need to actually draw this number somewhere else. So let's see. So I think I'm going to need another layer. So let's try timer layer. Go back to this example over here. Just declare it. Yep, that's fine. So there's the window. And layer is just created with the bounds of the whole screen. This one, where was this text layer created, if ever? Let's see, text layer. Okay. Okay. Huh. It's under this window load function. So let's duplicate this. And fix it so that we're using this timer layer name. Okay. There. Great. See if that builds. Oop, not what I wanted to do. And it doesn't. Stroke tab. Text layer. So I see text layers were actually something special. Still no good. I didn't add this function here. I already deleted the code that I wanted that does that snprintf. So I'll just copy that. Okay. snprintf, and we want this here. Okay. Well, we'll have to see if this works. I'm going to initially set the time diff. This is all initialized to, I don't know, let's say 101. Okay. Now I've added my callback for drawing this layer, and let's see if that builds. No, still no. Missing initializer. Bounds undeclared, first used there. Okay. Ah, yes. So they, in this example, they called the grec bounds, and nope, there's bounds too. I see. So it's because yeah, they have to call, you have to call this at the start of your function. All right. Let's try that again. All right, and that worked. So let's try sending this. I don't have high hopes for this to work, but we will see in a second. Oh, the Pebble didn't actually connect. Suppose it's possible that my phone just had gone to sleep and somehow that broke off the connection. Let's try that again. Oh, there it goes. Oh, and it worked. I can actually see that 101 in the top of my screen. So now, oh, and when I press select, it actually updated it. But it's not continuing to update it. Okay. Well, this is a good start. So let me just double check that the code makes sense. Yeah, this definitely does. Oh, that was a copy paste fail on my part. So now that I've fixed that, let's rebuild it, send it back over, and see what it does. Alright. Comes up, press a button, the timer says 0, press it again, still says 0. So I'm not sure if it's because it's not redrawing the screen. Okay, so I pressed it once, pressed it twice. Nope, that timer stays 0. Ah, man, I am doing this way too fast. Okay, great. Alright, one more try. Third try is a charm. Okay, says 101, start it, wait 10 seconds, press it again, and it works. I actually only waited 3 seconds. Press it again, it's back at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, press it again, and it works. Great! So, this is my process for learning a new system. A lot of Googling,